Thank you for joining us again. My name is Robert Phelps, and this is the series on the 7 different things that you can do to help protect your business from cyber criminals. In today's video, we're going to be talking about patching. Now, I know the name for this video is quite a horrible pun, so I'm not even going to talk about it. We're just going to go straight into the topic. So, you may have heard the term patching before, right? And what this refers to in computers is actually just the basic of keeping your computer and all of its software up to date. Basically, you guys are familiar with, I would hope, updating your computer, updating your software. And there are minor updates and major updates. Major update would be like a whole new operating system. Let's say Microsoft releases Windows 11, Apple releases, they just released High Sierra, they released their next operating system, right? So then there's minor updates. Minor updates are those small little security and enhancement updates that come out between the major updates. Patching is just kind of a very fancy term for updating your computer. And it's basically called patching because what it's doing is patching those holes that a lot of times are left in software. So let's talk about this very briefly. There is a big ransomware attack that happened this past summer called WannaCry. Okay? What WannaCry did is it was a piece of ransomware. So from our last videos, if you remember what ransomware is, ransomware basically gets on your computer and jumbles up and encrypts all those files so you don't have access to them. It's actually one of the ways that that cyber criminals are attacking businesses because they realize the information a business holds is a lot of times more worth a lot more, I should say, than anything else. So they're encrypting that and basically saying, I'm not going to give this back to you unless you pay me. So WannaCry, which was a huge ransomware from this summer, and actually the cyber criminals that created that ransomware, I believe it was a couple $1 million that they got out of that one attack. So they made off like bandits. WannaCry attacked a patch, an update that Microsoft released weeks earlier. So those companies that patched, that were constantly updating and monitoring for updates and making sure that they were good and ran them, were safe. They didn't have to have anything else. They could have just been patching. Now, that's not always the case, but with WannaCry, it attacked those computers that were not patched, that were not updated. Now, I would ask you this. How many of you know that all of your employees are running every update, not only that, but testing the update before they run it, and if there is an issue, have a way to roll it back? Patching is an automated way of doing this. What it does is basically from a central location, you can have your updates and push them out to all of your computers. Patching is usually done in an automated fashion where updates are tested and then rolled out automatically so that your employees don't have to be the ones on top of it. You don't have to be cracking the whip saying, did you do your updates this week? And patching is one of the ways that you can secure your company from threats because a lot of times what happens is a piece of software is released, someone finds a hole in that software, an irregularity, a security vulnerability, something, and then the manufacturer releases a patch shortly after. But if you're not patching your software, you're leaving yourself open to vulnerabilities. So the best thing to do with patching is to go to your computers and verify that they're on the latest update. If you have an IT department or outsourced IT company, verify that they're patching all your systems. Now, for those of you who are running Mac and PC technologies in your business, you may be doing separate, different things to patch each system. So I would verify if you're running any company that all your systems are being patched by your IT department or your outsourced IT company. If you're smaller, that you have a conversation or that you take the ownership to patch every computer in your company. And I would always recommend test the patch on your machine before you do it on the rest or on a test machine. Verify it's being done on all of your technology, on the servers, on the Macs, on the PC workstations, on the PC laptops, on your touchscreen machines. If you have presentation machines in your presentation rooms, make sure all of them are being patched. Because even one machine that's not patched, if that gets ransomware, could then spread it to all of the other machines. So I hope this gives you a little better idea of what patching is. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My phone number and email address are on the bottom. And the first action step I would take is definitely going and making sure all your machines are being patched. Talk to your IT department, talk to your employees, talk to your outsourced IT company. And of course, I look forward to seeing you for the last video where we're going to be going over backup. Thank you so much.